Matchup, Titans, Colts, 1 p.m. Eastern kickoff. The Colts are the 4-point favorite at home. Total is 51.5 points. Now, the Indianapolis Colts, they have failed to cover the number in 3 out of their last 6, and they rank in the bottom half of the league in first quarter scoring. This Indy defense, as good as they've been and as dominant as they've been pretty much all season long, they rank in the top 5 in the league in most first quarter points allowed as well. Surprising kind of stat, surprising trend, but it's true. They're giving up a bunch of points early in games. Now, Smith, Teray, Adams, and Rodgers are questionable for the Colts. Saffold, Pruitt, Humphreys, and Smith for this Tennessee offense. Meanwhile, on the defensive side, Vaccaro, Jackson, and Murchison are questionable for this Titans defense. Regardless of injuries, though, Tennessee covered the point spread in 2 out of their last 3 ball games, 2-1 straight up in those contests. They beat the likes of Chicago and Baltimore during that stretch. The Titans are also 3-1 straight up on the road this season, and they rank in the top 3 in the league in road rushing. Of course, when you mention the Titans and running the football, got to mention Derrick Henry. He's already eclipsed the 1,000-yard rushing mark on this season. This guy's absolutely dominant. He's rushing for nearly 5 yards a carry, and he scored 9 times on the ground already. Meanwhile, Ryan Tannehill's thrown for nearly 2,400 yards on this season, along with 22 touchdowns and just 4 interceptions. Wide receivers Corey Davis and A.J. Brown, they've both combined for nearly 1,100 receiving yards together, along with 10 total touchdowns. Meanwhile, defensively, on the other side of the ball, the Titans rank in the top 10 in fewest first quarter points allowed. Safety Amani Hooker has 3 interceptions from this Tennessee secondary, 6 PBUs and 30 total tackles for Amani. Harold Landry III also has an interception from that linebacker spot, 7.5 tackles for loss and 3.5 sacks for Landry. Meanwhile, linebacker Jayan Brown currently leads the defense with 76 total tackles, along with 8 PDs, 5.5 tackles for loss, and 2 forced fumbles. Now, Tennessee's 7-3 straight up overall for the season, and when it comes to the scoring in this one, 2 out of Tennessee's last 4 ball games stayed under the posted total, throwing out the Baltimore game. Meanwhile, on the other side, Indy's gone 60% to the under at Lucas Oil Stadium this season. I'm going to lean toward an underdog in this one, keeping it close. Colts might end up winning this one, but I think the Titans should be able to keep this one close. Give me the underdog Tennessee Titans +4 and the under 51.5 in that contest. All right, next game, Giants, Bengals, 1 p.m. Eastern kickoff at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The G-Men are the 5-point favorite on the road. Totals 43.